let's continue our tale from the glass-guarded world. Last week, the heroes of World 83, Terra, Paxton, Athelflaed, and Zartok, began exploring the Department of Enchantment and Charms in the ruined Wizard Research Complex. In a bizarre twist, they met a mimic whose soul had been swapped with that of a human janitor who goes by the name of Jeb. Jeb is played by Shubert of the excellent House of Bob podcast. They're almost as entertaining as me, Aster Fortuna, Bob extraordinaire. Bard extraordinaire. I must have House of Bob on the mind. You should go listen to it. But first, listen to our heroes as they continue exploring the Department of Evocation. To proceed further into the level, they must first defeat a group of 4 randomly determined elementals. If the party manages to defeat all 4 without allowing any of the elementals to kill each other, the doors blocking their path will open. What terrible elemental forces must they face? Will a talking mop bucket be helpful during the fight? You're about to find out.
So which septagram did Epilema go to?
She went to the northwest one.
Okay, I think Paxton wants to go to the northeast one then, maybe.
Okay. And Tara's going to be at the door, and Athelflaed is with Tara. Where's Jeb going?
Oh, man. I guess, like, the safest place.
Okay. You want to hang out by Zartok, maybe?
Yeah. I'll just, like, hide behind Zartok.
That's, good idea.
I mean, watch the flank.
Okay. All right. Good. Very strategic. All right.
Tara, I think you I think you and Athelflaed should just pick one of the septagrams.
Well, I kind of have to touch the door, so
I
have
can
to
do
be
that.
here.
I can do that bit.
Okay.
All right. So Zartok and Jeb go over to the door to touch it. And
I think that the best thing for us is if... Does that make sense? Yeah, we don't want them to kill each other, so if
Okay, but I'm in the south, in like the middle, because I'm gonna pick whichever one's the weakest and go for that one.
That's smart. Yeah.
All right. And over to the northwest is Epilema, and to the northeast is Paxton.
I assume Athelflaed is with me, and she'll go get that sneak attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Get that sneak attack.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
What is Jeb right now?
Yeah, what is Jeb? Still as a...
What's his combat form?
I think in order to wheel on in here, I would have turned back into the mop bucket.
Oh, you're the mop bucket. Okay,
yeah, he
cool.
uses the mop to push himself along. It's kind of adorable, I think.
Oh, I love that visual.
Yeah, adorable or very disconcerting, depending.
He's their mascot because we're going to mop the floor with him.
Is
Yeah.
it squeaky?
Maybe it's a little squeaky. Maybe he hasn't oiled them in a little while.
And in a way, he reminds me a little bit of Lumpin, and so I kind of like him.
Yeah.
But he does have that kind of scary teeth thing going on, and
Yeah.
that makes him a little bit of a scary Lumpin.
It's like a Canadian lumpin. What's
Like a
the
Halloween Lumpin, really.
what's the face status too? Do we got like cute eyeballs going on or what?
Yeah, I
gotta
got a couple of
I gotta visualize
eyeballs.
this.
They like kind of come in and out. They like go into different spots.
Okay, beautiful.
They just float around.
I mean, they're not floating off my body, but yeah, they like pop up in different spots on my body.
What's
on,
our art
on the
style?
mop.
Is this like
Creepy as
Disney
possible.
cartoon cute, or is this like Nightmare Before Christmas claymation
If
creepy?
the eyeballs are bubbling up in different areas, I'm going with creepy.
Which one do I look at?
Like as you guys are just
I'm
looking
done.
at Jeb, he's like, like I'm not trying to be creepy, but yeah, I'm real sorry about that, eh?
It's okay.
I used to like not be creepy.
I'm sure you're really handsome.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, like I tried to find my old body once my soul got sucked out, but it was already like long gone, eh? But
Wow, that's pretty dark.
yeah,
A little bit.
yeah, that's why that Bism guy,
All right, well, we'll find him and take care of him.
man. Anyway, let's just get through this door.
Yeah, let's do the door. So I rolled initiative for the monsters. Tara, what did you get?
15.
And Paxton?
8.
And Jeb?
Rolled an 18.
Athelflad?
6.
And Epilema? And Zartok?
7. Are the elementals there, or are we just sort of-
I'm about to tell you what's going on with the
Okay.
elementals.
I'm curious if there's a big one that comes in, I would give it a bad initiative, I think. My rolls were
I see.
2
You're going to
and
replace
5,
its rolls. Okay, got it.
But only if it's one of the big, like a CR5 kind.
Here's what appears. The things that appear are an ice mephit. Kind of reminds you of Yapka, except it's made of ice. Yapka the little devil.
My little friend? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which corner is that? Are they in?
That is the
top
northwest corner with Epilema.
one? Okay.
In the northeast corner with Paxton is an enormous gargoyle.
Hmm.
In the southwest corner,
Good luck, bruh.
Yeah.
to the west of Terra and Athelflad, is a dust mephit. And then in the southeast corner, to the east of Terra and Athelflad, is a full-fledged fire elemental.
Okay, cool.
So Zartok, if you want to replace one of their initiative rolls, the fire elemental is the most dangerous one.
Yes, definitely.
And it rolled an 11, actually tying the gargoyle.
Yeah, let's give him a 2
A 2. All right.
or it.
All right. And then you add its initiative bonus, so it ends up being a 5, which means it now goes last. That is... So Zartok has used his divination ability to replace its initiative roll. That means, Jeb, you get to go first.
Oh man. Oh, so
You don't
much
have to do
pressure.
anything.
Well, I mean, I've kind of done this before, right?
Sure. The issue is that you and Zartok are by the door, and you're kind of far away from the nearest creature.
Right.
I don't think you have any ranged weapons.
I can do. You said I can do a
But
firebolt,
You
right?
can do firebolt, though.
Mhm. I think I would just, shoot over a firebolt at one of those
The dust method
dust. Yeah, one of the methods. Yeah, sure.
or the ice method.
I guess the ice method.
Great. All right, so you shoot a firebolt. Make an attack roll.
I rolled an 8.
Did I put your spellcasting ability modifier in there?
I don't think you
I don't
did.
think I did. So,
Just make it 10.
plus 10, huh? You think that sounds reasonable?
I have no idea.
I think, let's see, you are at, let's make it a plus 5. So you rolled 8 plus 5 is 13. That hits the ice method. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's a D8, right?
1d10.
Oh.
Firebolt is 1d10.
Yes.
Does it scale? Is he a high enough level bucket to get the 2?
No, he's only casting them as a lower level.
Oh, come on, Shubert.
So I rolled a 6.
A 6. All right, 6 points of damage
That's
to
pretty
the
good.
ice method. Makes an ugly screaming noise and hisses, and you can see steam blowing off of it as it gets hit by this firebolt. It didn't like that. That is Schubert's turn.
How did it cast the spell? I mean, this is
Yeah, that's a good question.
Curious minds.
What does it look like when the mop bucket casts a spell?
So I think like he would say some like kind of spell words.
Right.
But he's kind of like fumbling through them. Like he's clearly not a gifted spellcaster, but at some point, like being the janitor for evocation for however many years, he like somehow picked up like a very basic fire spell, basically.
Cool. All right, well, it works. The next to go is the Dust Mephit, which is next to Tira and Athelflad, and it makes a beeline. Yeah, it goes straight toward the fire elemental. It tries to go as fast as it can toward the fire elemental. Its movement speed is 30 feet. It's going to dash. Let's see, can it get that far?
Is Tara in the way so she can opportunity attack it as it goes?
Yeah, that would be.
And Athelflad too.
Yeah, so it flies up toward. It doesn't really necessarily care who kills it. It just wants to die very quickly. So
Well, right.
it floats up to Tara and Athelflad, and I guess just to be mean, it will attack one of them. It attacks Athelflad.
I will impose disadvantage with my shield.
All right. So what it does is it runs up to you, and it breathes a cone of blinding dust onto both of you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Tara and Ethelflaed.
18. 22.
You both cover your eyes just in time, and you are not blinded.
Oh, but we are dusty now.
But
Sorry,
you're
Jeb.
very dusty. Yeah, it's a mess. It's going to have to be cleaned up by someone.
Yeah, who do you think is going to clean that up, guys? Come on. Let's try to keep this combat clean.
We'll do away with it for you.
That means it is now Tara's turn. Tara, there's a dust method in front of you. It has tried to breathe dust on you and ended up just making a mess.
Yeah. Well, it's going to pay for that.
All right.
Say 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
12 damage.
Oof. Okay, that's a lot of damage. A whole lot of dust just goes flying off of this thing.
Yep, and I'm going to hit at it again.
All right.
This time only an 11 to hit.
That hits.
And
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That does not hit. 11 does not hit.
How dare it.
No, you missed. It has a different armor class from the other method. So the first hit causes quite a bit of damage, and that was 12 points of damage, so it is in bad shape. And you're not going to do anything else?
That's
Okay.
fine.
The ice method gets to go. The ice method is next to Epilema, and it will try breathing some ice on her. Let's see, she has to make a saving throw. Oh, she ducks under its ice breath and laughs at it. You gotta do better than that. That is the gargoyle's turn. The gargoyle has appeared and is facing down Paxton. Going to make a multi-attack. It's going to try to bite and claw at him. It's going to be pretty difficult for anything to get through Paxton's armor. Yeah, Paxton, this large creature. Actually, no, it's still technically medium-sized. This medium-sized but large for a medium-sized creature appears and growls at you and claws at you, but you easily just bat its claws aside with your shield. It attempts to claw at your chest. It can't get through your thick armor. It doesn't really even seem to stand a chance of getting through all that armor.
Is it bigger than me?
A little bit bigger than you, yeah.
Okay.
Epilema gets to go. She is raging and attacks twice recklessly, and she hits twice.
Recklessly.
Wow. Okay, so she's attacking the ice method, and I think she just took it out. Yep, she takes out the ice method. So Epilema roars at this ice method, which has already been burned by Jeb, and then she slashes at it twice, and it just collapses into a pile of ice and starts melting. But that unfortunately means that it explodes.
Of course.
Thanks for the warning.
Natural.
Right. So
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you guys about that. I kind of forgot.
So it explodes, and
Just turn in the wet floor sign. We'll be all right.
she, however, made her saving throw, so she takes half damage. She takes a tiny bit of damage and is fine. It is Paxton's turn. Paxton, this gargoyle is ineffectually swinging at you, clawing at you.
Do I have any sense of what type of elemental it is? Like, is it made of stone? Is it earth?
It's got to be earth.
Gotta be earth, okay. So, since time is of the essence, I'm going to do a couple things. The first thing I'm going to do is, as my bonus action, I'm going to do Spiritual Weapon. I create one of those lances of light that just kind of hovers in the air. It's 1d8 plus 8.
First, you got to hit.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to remember how I do that. It's been so long since we played. Okay, my spell attack bonus on that is plus 6. So that's a 15.
That just hits.
Okay.
So this lance of light appears and stabs into this gargoyle, which roars at you. It is very unhappy with the situation.
All right, and it is going to get 1d8 plus 4 damage. So that's going to be 6 damage.
Okay.
And that was my bonus action.
All right. And as your regular action?
As my regular action, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at first level.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Ooh, that's a 21.
That's definitely a hit. 1d12.
1d12. That is just 1d12. That's 3 damage.
DM's note. There is an often ignored rule that says if you cast a spell as a bonus action, you cannot cast another spell that round unless it is a cantrip. Brian is about to break that rule and then break it again with an action surge. Let that be a lesson to you, DMs. Keep an eye on those sneaky players.
And then I'm going to action surge and hit it with Witch Bolt again.
Oh my goodness. Can't you just maintain concentration and keep hitting it?
I can, but it takes an action each time.
Oh, okay.
And that one did 10.
Would you hit again?
Well, that's a good question, Mike. No, I did not hit again.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a little ahead of yourself. That's
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
And that means that it is Zartok's turn. Zartok, chaos has erupted around this room. Epilema has taken out an ice mephit. Athelflaed and Terra are facing down this dust mephit. The dust mephit is in pretty bad shape. There's a fire elemental that hasn't even been touched, and Paxton has done a little bit of damage to this gargoyle, but it seems to be going strong.
Okay, seems to be going well. Zartok will cast Finn's Earthen Grasp, the spell he learned from Finn's spellbook.
All right.
On the fire elemental, so it has to make a DC 14 strength check or be grabbed by this hand that comes out of the ground.
Cool. I rolled a 19.
Well, he's just a big jerk, isn't he?
I'm sorry.
And so, and then he'll be like, "Good luck, Jeb," and then I'll move back into the other room.
Oh,
You're
man.
going to run across the room back into the foyer?
Well, I had to touch the door, so
Right.
Zartok was by the door. So yeah, we'll just kind of step into the other room.
Wait, step into which room?
It is across. Yeah, it's across the hallway. Never mind.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to go in.
Yeah,
there.
you
He'll
don't
stay
need-
right there. I
yeah.
thought it was the front door that he had to touch.
No,
Okay.
no. You have to touch the door on the opposite side of the room.
Okay,
the door
never
you want
mind.
to go through. And I guess I'll just spoil this. The fire elemental is also immune to grappling.
What a jerk! That
Yeah,
is.
so I don't think it would have worked
I
anyway.
wasn't gonna grab fire.
Yeah.
really tightly.
That means it is Athelflaed's turn.
Okay. So the dust elemental is in pretty bad shape.
Yep, it's floating in the air next to Terra, and you would get a sneak attack bonus if you attacked it.
15.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay. Total 16.
Oh, all right. Athelflaed, what are you attacking it with? Your crossbow
Oh,
or your
sorry, crossbow.
crossbow? So Athelflaed takes a step back, aims at this dust mephit, and just shoots it straight through the head, and it just collapses into a pile of dust.
Brutal.
And then it explodes. So I need Athelflaed and Terra to make a saving throw.
Dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw.
Total 24.
No, I'm sorry. A Constitution saving
Oh.
throw. Well, keep your roll.
Keep
Just
the roll.
Yeah.
Then 19.
all right. You saved
12.
12. You saved 2. You are not blinded when it blows up and sends dust flying around. So that is the end of the 2 mephits. Nothing left but the gargoyle and the fire elemental. That means it is the fire elemental's turn. It's going to make a run for the gargoyle.
What kind of element is dust anyway?
It's an air elemental.
I was kind of wondering.
What a like.
They're
what a
actually
weird.
Air goes
mixtures.
right-
It's actually a mixture of earth and air. There aren't a lot of elementals there aren't like major and minor elementals in 5th edition
Okay.
in terms of just pure elements, but there are these lower level ones that are kind of mixes.
Imagine like the dead skin elemental. You know, gross. The dust bunny elemental.
Yeah. Mm.
It just exploded
Mike
all
is
over
not
us.
amused.
Yeah.
This little tumbleweed that just rolls across
Yeah,
the room.
it's Jeb's worst nightmare, is the dust elemental.
I hate them so much.
Yeah. So the fire elemental, its speed is 50 feet, so it can make it all the way across the room if it dashes to get up next to the gargoyle. So that's what it's going to do. It just spends its turn running up next to the gargoyle so that it can attack it next turn. And that is the fire elemental's turn. Jeb, what do you want to do?
I assume that shooting a fire elemental with a firebolt will be ineffective.
That's a good guess. That's right.
And I kind of don't want to run over and like bite it either, because I feel
No,
like I
there's
will
a
be
gargoyle.
set
But
aflame.
please do.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna run over to that gargoyle
Okay.
and I'll try to bite the gargoyle.
All right. I don't think you're in range this round.
No?
Your movement
Okay.
speed is really slow.
Right.
Right.
Which makes sense,
You
yeah.
could get closer and throw a firebolt, or
Yeah,
you could
okay.
you could dash this round.
No, I think I'll just move a little closer so I can bite next time and do a firebolt.
All right. Make an attack roll.
That's a 1.
Oh. Okay. Should we do the fumble table? I don't know how.
Definitely.
I don't know how that's going to work with a
Absolutely.
mimic, but I guess we can try it. All right. I'm kind of glad that Shubert gets to experience our fumble table.
I've experienced the highs and the lows. Got a 20 and a 1.
All right. Roll a percentile. Percentile dice.
71.
71. You're casting these spells by sort of waving the mop end around.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're waving it around, you accidentally swing it too far and it hits the floor and gets stuck because you're sticky. You have to make a DC 12 strength check to unstick it on your next round.
Okay.
All right, so you're sort
Happens to the best of us.
Yep. So you're stuck for the moment, but nothing else happens. You don't hurt anybody or hurt yourself.
I can see why he never finished this.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, I hurt my ego.
Yeah.
But...
No psychic damage, though.
Okay.
The dust method is gone. Tara, you get to go now. What do you want to do?
I don't think that I can reach anything.
Not this round unless you dash, but you wouldn't be able to attack. Unless you action surged. But did you already do that? No, Paxton did that.
Yeah.
You could action surge.
Well, how about I walk my distance, like
Okay.
my 30 feet,
Uh-huh.
and I take out my crossbow,
Okay.
and I will shoot at the fire elemental with my crossbow.
Okay. Take a shot.
As a 16 to hit,
That is a hit.
and I hit it for 3.
Okay. So you notice that your non-magical bolt strikes this fire elemental, but it doesn't really seem to do very much. It hurt it a tiny, tiny bit, but didn't do a whole lot.
I'm imagining the bolt like turning into ashes as it enters
just
his
sort
body.
of flies through. You see a little bit of a few sparks go off of the fire
I
elemental.
forgot. I don't have a crossbow.
What?
I have a short bow
Short
because I
bow.
gave my crossbow to Zartok,
I've
right?
got yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Sorry.
just kidding. I use a short bow,
Oh.
but my attack is different on that, so let me roll that again.
Well, it doesn't.
It's not magic.
Okay.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
It's not going to make much difference.
But I can also attack again with a short bow.
That's
because
true. You can
crossbow
attack
is
twice. That's true.
nothing. So again,
All right.
and this is a 21 to hit,
That's a hit.
and only 2 damage.
All right. So again, sparks fly off of this fire elemental, and the arrow is incinerated. You did a tiny bit of damage.
Yep. That's my goal because I don't want it to turn to me or anything. I just want to just flick it off.
The gargoyle is still confronting Paxton. It's going to attempt to do something to him. Actually, he's got the fire elemental. It could engage the fire elemental. Let's see. Let's randomly determine what it wants to do here. No, it's going to stick with Paxton. All right. So the
Come at me,
gargoyle.
bro.
We have a miss and another miss. It's just pitiful, really. The gargoyle is just flailing uselessly at your armor. Might as well be slapping you or something. It's just not accomplishing anything. Trying to
I
get
am
to
an
that
armor elemental.
And Epilema will spend her turn running as fast as she can over toward the fire elemental and the gargoyle. Paxton, what do you want to do?
So, the fact that the fire elemental got near the gargoyle but didn't attack it makes me think that there's got to be like at least 5 feet between the two, right?
No, it's right up next to it. It had to use all of its movement and its action to get there.
Okay, so I couldn't insert myself between the two, or could I
No.
jump through, tackle through, or something?
I guess if you wanted to make an athletics check or something and try to push the gargoyle back without doing any damage, I would let you do that.
Would that be an action or a bonus action?
That would be an action.
Because what I want to do is jump between them and cast Thunderwave to blow them apart.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you do that. You can just sort of do that near them. If you make an Arcana check in addition to your attack, I'll let you see if you can sort of push them away from each other.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 23.
All right, so this will push them away from each other, sure.
Okay.
And they need to make a saving throw?
Okay, they need to make a Constitution saving throw, and
Okay.
the save is 15.
All right, so the fire elemental rolled a 20. Gargoyle rolled a 9. So the gargoyle failed.
So the fire elemental is going to take 5 damage, and the gargoyle is going to take 11.
Your spiritual weapon gets to attack as well, right?
Yes, that's right. Ooh, that's a miss. I'm not even going to tell you what the roll was.
Fair enough. Zartok.
Yeah, get the gargoyle, mates. But he's not going to attack the gargoyle. He's going to cast Frostbite on the fire elemental.
Okay.
So that's a DC 14 Constitution save.
Saved.
Okay, he's fine.
Oh, sorry. It doesn't do any damage or anything?
No.
Oh, well.
Just a little dimmer for a second.
Yep. Athelflad, what do you want to do?
I want to enact a bonus action to dash
Excellent.
towards the gargoyle
All right.
and then shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay, so you you move 50 feet. Actually, no, you have because you're a monk and you leveled up, I think you actually move farther now. I think you have, your move is now 30, isn't it?
I believe so.
Right, so you've actually you're pretty close to this gargoyle, but you're attacking with your crossbow, so it's fine either way. So make your attack roll.
Am I within?
Yep,
5
you're
feet?
close enough.
Okay.
You're not within 5 feet, but you have allies that are within 5 feet of this gargoyle.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All
make
right.
your attack roll.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, no, natural 20.
All right. 29.
29? Holy
Total.
cow. So Athelflad nearly murders this gargoyle in one hit. It is reeling. She sends this bolt right into the middle of it, and pieces of rock and soil just go flying everywhere. Jeb, it's making a real mess.
Oh, do you guys have to do that?
Sorry, Mike.
And that is the fire elemental's turn. The fire elemental has been knocked backward
Uh-oh.
by
do
Paxton.
we have to do any sort of like saving throw when this thing like explodes?
Oh,
or-
no, the gargoyle
Okay.
doesn't explode like the Mephids do.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
Mephid thing.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the fire elemental, it's pretty frustrated with what Paxton just did. I'm going to have it try to figure out what it wants to do. Does it want to attack this gargoyle, or does it want to attack Paxton? Because it's not real bright. Oh, I rolled a 1 on its intelligence check there, and it has a -2. So,
So it dies.
It's so confused it misses its turn.
so it attacks Paxton with these flaming arms, they're like arms, I guess.
Yes.
And Paxton, it hits you. It
Wow.
hits you with a 25.
Paxton has no
right.
idea what this is like.
What is this pain?
Paxton screams in surprise.
15 points of damage,
Oh my.
of fire damage.
All right.
That scream makes sense now.
It hurt.
And that is now Jeb's turn. Jeb, there is this gargoyle that is reeling from this crossbow bolt, and then this fire elemental that has just burned Paxton pretty badly.
All right, so am I close enough to wheel up to it?
Oh, let's say you are. Sure. You can wheel up to this gargoyle if you want to.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to bite it.
Okay. All right. Make an attack roll.
I'm really just trying to wheel myself like under where it's, stepping around so I can
Okay.
grab onto one of its feet.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so yeah, plus
No,
5.
I'm afraid you're not able to get through the stone. You take a bite out of the stone, but it just hurts your teeth. And that is Tara's turn. Tara, what do you want to do? You can see at the other side of this room that you're running toward. You can see the mop bucket has rolled up to the gargoyle and has chomped onto the leg, but is unable to do any damage.
I'm gonna move my next 30 feet.
Okay.
Now how far am I from the things?
You are now. Let's see. I think you're. I'll look at the map.
Does the mop bucket have to fall over to bite it sideways, or does it just move its mouth however it needs to?
Maybe the mouth goes up to the mop handle.
Yeah.
You're about 50 feet away now.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue to use my short bow,
Okay.
but at the gargoyle this
Okay.
time, since we need to pick it off.
Yep.
That's an 8 to hit,
That is not a hit.
and this one's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
5 damage.
All right, 5 damage. The gargoyle explodes in pieces of rock, and it just collapses to the floor, and it's gone, leaving only the fire elemental. It is Epolima's turn. Epolima, she's trying to get closer. She'll throw one of her javelins at the fire elemental. And miss. And she'll throw her other one, and she misses again. And she spends the rest of her round running. Paxton, what do you want to do? There's this fire elemental that has burned you and is really angry with you.
I'll start by doing my spiritual weapon against it.
Sure.
And that is a 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. And that is 6 damage.
All right, it recoils as this lance of light pierces through it.
And since I don't really have any other spells to use against it that'd be decent, I'm going to use my Holy Short Sword of Radiance.
Great.
That would be a natural 20.
Oh, all right.
Your sword just Chernobyls all over the place.
Heck yeah. So that's 12 damage.
12 damage to the fire elemental. All right, you swing through it. It doesn't do any special damage because it's not a fiend, but it does special damage because it's a natural 20. And you lop off a bunch of this flame. It just fizzles out. And that is Paxton's turn. Zartok, what do you want to do?
Do Frostbite again.
Frostbite makes a saving throw. What's the DC again?
14.
Constitution?
Yep.
I rolled a 21. No, 23.
Okay, it's fine.
Yep. Athelflad, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and. How far away am I?
If
generally
you're
from it?
still moving, you are currently... let's see. You are about 20 feet away now.
I'll go ahead and just hit it with my crossbow.
Great. Take a shot.
16.
That's a hit.
All right. 9.
9 points of
total.
damage. That is a non-magical weapon, but it does cause some harm to it. This bolt goes flying through the fire elemental, and a few sparks fly off of it. The bolt disintegrates, but you did cause a little bit of harm. And that is the fire elemental's turn. The fire elemental is now furious. Paxton is the thing that is irritating it the most at the moment, with all those magical attacks, but it just can't get past your armor. It's slapping at you with these arms of flame, but it just can't get past you. Oh, you know what? I forgot something.
But you're getting sweaty and smelly again.
I forgot
Yeah.
something, Paxton. You are attacking it in melee, right?
Yes.
You're within 5 feet of it. You take 3 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. Feeling
Also,
hot.
also, you're on fire.
Things just got serious.
Paxton catches fire, and he's smelling very crispy at the moment. It doesn't smell bad. I mean, depending on what you think of the smell of burning flesh.
I really hope your beard burns off. We can see what's under there.
We're going to have to change all the character art.
It's gonna have baby face.
So that was the fire elemental's turn. Jeb, it's your turn. The gargoyle is no more. There's just this fire elemental, which has managed to turn Paxton into a flaming human.
Yeah, this smell of burning flesh is really clashing with the air freshener I have set up here. So
Oh, man.
I think
Can't have that.
No, I think
He takes a cleaning break.
Is it lavender or what?
I can create water, right?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna do that to try to put out Paxton.
Okay, you can in fact just rain water down on the area. And you actually know that water can hurt fire elementals as well. They have a water susceptibility. A gallon of water splashed on them causes damage.
Oh man,
You could put out the fire and you could splash this fire elemental.
bonus, perfect.
How much water does that spell create?
I'm not actually sure.
Let's
I just-
look it up.
Oh, 10 gallons.
10 gallons. So that's enough to... So you could use a couple gallons on Paxton and put him out and then hit the fire elemental with 8 gallons if you wanted to.
Perfect.
Great. So you do that. Water just appears in thin air, falls all over Paxton. And then some more water, a larger amount of water, falls on top of this fire elemental. And steam goes shooting up above it, and it makes a loud hissing noise. It did not like that. Paxton, you are extinguished for now.
Who would have thought I would have taken 2 baths today?
That's too many.
That's a very effective round for Jeb. Tara, what do you want to do?
I move 30 feet and I'm still like 20 feet away from it.
You are now. I guess you were 50 feet away. Yeah. So if you want to move 30 feet, you can get up close. You can be 20 feet from it.
Okay, I will do that, and then attack again with crossbow. Even though it's not very effective, that's what I can do.
Okay. Or short bow, you mean?
Yes, that. Okay, so I got a 17 to hit, and
That's a
then a natural 1 to hit.
Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll go with the 17 first, and then we'll look at the fumble table.
Okay, the 17 is 7 damage,
7 damage halved
and then the
percentile.
the 1 is not so great. Let's see.
We need a natural 1 sound effect. You got the natural 21.
Yeah.
I need the sad trombone.
I got a 27.
You got a 27. Tara, you take a shot with this short bow, and your short bow kind of jams. How does that work? It can't jam. What happens?
It's a cross between a short bow and a crossbow.
Yeah, it's a cross short bow or a short crossbow. So you take a shot. So the description of the fumble says your target's next attack against you is taken with advantage, but I can't quite figure out why that would be, and it's also not in range to take an attack. I guess you spend a little bit of time trying to restring your bow. Maybe the string slipped off or something, and if it chooses to attack you, it would have advantage. But that's not likely to come up.
Yeah, it's probably not worried about me.
No. Your weapon is very ineffective compared to Paxton. Epilema will this time be able to close with the fire elemental and attack it with her battle axe. Hitting once, missing the second. Oh, actually, no, she's recklessly attacking. And she hits it the second time as well.
That sounds good. A lot of dice there.
Yep, that's a decent amount of damage. She's got a magical weapon. All right, a solid hit from Epilema. Oh, she takes fire damage. I forgot that. So Epilema gets burned. Oh, that hurt. All right, Epilema says, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Somebody extinguish me. That's the end of her turn. Paxton, what do you want to do?
Well, I wanted to attack it with the short sword again, but if I'm gonna just roast, well, actually, I would probably still take heat damage, but I wouldn't necessarily catch on fire again if I'm sopping wet, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the heat damage and just attack again with my short sword and the spiritual weapon. So for the spiritual weapon, it is a miss. And for my short sword, it is an unnatural 20.
That's a hit. And you take 9 points of heat damage.
Okay.
And you are very quickly dried off.
Okay. And that short sword does 7 radiant damage.
Okay. This thing is slowly getting whittled down. It is turning into a smaller and smaller flame. And that is Paxton's turn. Zartok, what do you want to do?
Can it be tripped? Like if I use grease? I already wasted one spell against this thing. I don't want to
Have you
waste
ever heard
another.
of a grease fire?
It can't be
I
tripped.
have.
No, fire elementals can't be knocked prone.
I figured it wouldn't. All right, so just another frostbite, DC 14.
And just for the sake of the listeners, I'm only telling them that because Zartok did all this research on elementals before the last big fight. So he knows a bit about them. What was the DC?
14.
For Constitution?
Yep.
It failed.
Yay!
So
It's worked. I think this is the first time in
yep,
the
that's
show.
the first time. What's the condition that it imposes?
There's no condition, so it takes 5 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on its next melee attack.
That's Zartok's turn. Athelflaed, what do you want to do? The fire elemental is slowly being extinguished. It's being whittled down to something much smaller. It's still dangerous, though.
Okay, I'll go ahead and hit it with a crossbow again.
Oh, great. You could close the melee if you want to, but then you would take damage.
Fire damage.
Yeah.
Total 9.
Nope, 9 is
Nope.
a miss, I'm afraid. All right, now the fire elemental gets to go. And either Epilema or Paxton, it chooses Paxton. The first thing it does is it just moves into your square, the space you're occupying, all right? And you take an additional bit of damage. You take 2 points of fire damage,
Okay.
and you catch fire again. And as it's just standing around you, and it attacks you twice.
Ooh.
A 21 misses, right? 21 misses,
21 misses.
and the other one misses as well. All right, that's the end of the fire elemental's turn. It's done everything it can do. Jeb, this fire elemental has just surrounded Paxton with roaring flames. What would you like to do?
So I don't really want to go bite the thing.
That's probably a bad idea.
Can I go and I can only create water once per day, I believe.
Right.
So can I just go over to Paxton and try to help him out?
Sure, you could try to pull him out of the fire. Yeah, you could try to pull him out of the fire if you want. Right now, he's going to stay on fire as long as he's surrounded by fire elemental, but you could try to pull him out of the flames.
Sure, I'll do that.
Let's just have you make, if you want to use your action for that, he's not resisting. So I'll just say you can do that. You can pull him out of the fire elemental.
Okay.
I don't see any reason not to allow that. So Paxton, Jeb has pulled you out of the fire elemental. Tara, it's your turn.
Tara, while brave, is not keen on being set on fire and therefore she will continue to attack with a short bow.
All right, I will tell you your short bow is having very little effect on this thing, but it is causing very small amounts of damage.
She also does not want to be caught on fire.
Fair enough.
I
All right.
don't know that she's that brave.
All right.
It seems really
Smart.
bad, smells really bad.
All right.
So one is a 6 to hit, and the other is a 21 to hit.
The second one hits.
And that's 6 damage.
One bolt sails wide. The other one, again, cuts off a little bit of flame. Doesn't do a whole lot, though. Epilema. Epilema says, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Ah! And she attacks, and she also takes damage. Yep, she takes fire damage. She takes, oh no, again. She takes another 10 points of fire damage.
See, feeling good about my decisions right now.
Oh, ouch. And she attacks recklessly.
You go get up in there.
We have a natural 20.
Ooh.
And we have a miss.
I don't know if NPCs get the sound.
I don't know either. I can't remember what I do for that. All right, so she did a whole lot of damage to it, but she takes even more damage because she hit it. Oh, I rolled another 10. So she takes another 10 points of damage. Oh my gosh, Epilema is getting burnt to a crisp. My beautiful hair!
Her feathers are just going
My
to be
feathers!
like 6.
Oh, my totem! Oh no! And that is Paxton's turn. Paxton, you are on fire. You start at the start of your turn. You take 10 points, or D10 of damage, which is just a 1. So you take 1 point of fire damage.
We've got Jeb here to replace Epilema, so we're good.
That's really mean to
That's
Epilema.
harsh. All right, so the first thing Paxton is going to do is use his spiritual weapon to attack.
Sure.
Ooh, and that's a miss. And then Paxton's looking pretty bad. His armor is glowing red hot. He's on fire. He's really upset. And he only has one spell left that he can use, so he's going to
Okay.
put everything that he can into casting Guiding Bolt at 2nd level, hoping that if it hits, it'll grant everyone else good enough hits to put this thing away. So, that is a 15.
That is a hit.
All
barely.
right.
Yes.
Oh, no, not even barely. That's comfortably a hit.
Okay, that is 14 radiant damage.
More than enough. The creature disappears in a shower of sparks, flames going everywhere. However, you're still on fire, and so is Epilema. Epilema says, "Stop, drop, and roll!" And she rolls around on the ground.
Are we out of initiative order?
You are
Can I
out of
just-
initiative order.
Okay, Paxton is rolling on the floor howling.
All right. So Epilema and Paxton extinguish themselves. Paxton's beard is a patchy mess now. His hair is all blackened, what's left of it. Epilema's feathers are all curled up and crispy. You guys don't feel great.
Jeb would immediately get to work just cleaning up the place.
Okay, so Jeb begins mopping. I
Yep.
guess you're gonna run over to your supply closet room and get some water and start mopping and cleaning up. The doors are now open. You have succeeded. The doors on the west side of the room actually open up. Jeb, this is the first time you've seen them open in a long time.
Oh man, it's probably so dirty. All right. I gotta mentally prepare myself for the dirt, you know?
Yeah, I think the rest of us maybe need to mentally prepare for the moving because they were just on fire. So
Yeah, I don't feel great, guys.
yeah,
I don't feel great.
Y'all ready to take a little break?
Yeah, ready for that long rest now. Anytime,
Yeah.
guys.
Yep, I think this is an appropriate time for that.
Should we prop the doors open or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I know if the doors close automatically?
Yeah, they'll close again if they're not propped open. But you could just stick something in there to prop them open.
Okay.
I stick Paxton in there.
He's a goner anyway.
To everyone's utter shock, Paxton's actually going back to that magic watering hole to wash all the ash and stuff off of himself. Third bath of the day.
Does he still have a beard left?
That's the thing. I'm going to try to find some soap or something over there to act as like shaving cream and actually shave my head and beard off since it's just stumps.
Whoa.
Epilema might do the same thing. Just shave it all off. Not the beard. She doesn't have a beard. But her hair looks pretty awful. Maybe she'll just cut it short. Well, you guys take a break and clean up. That was pretty rough toward the end there, but you succeeded in getting the doors open. So, where do you want to take your rest? I know you're cleaning up in the supply room. Do you want to go back upstairs, or what's the plan?
What are we propping the door open with?
You can use a mop.
Okay. All right.
Jeb's got several mops he could use.
We use a nice mop to prop the door open with.
No, don't use my nice mop. Use the bad mop.
Okay. But we need like a sturdy one that's not going to break or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So nice, sturdy, maybe headless mop, whatever.
Sure.
And then we'll take maybe a break, not quite at the doors, just in case something decides to head this way, because I don't know what's on the other side of those doors. I don't know what you want to guys want to hang out in the foyer.
Are we short resting or long resting?
I think we're long resting.
If it's long resting, yeah, we'd go back upstairs. Hey, Jeb, can you leave this floor? You trapped here like some sort of prisoner.
The only thing is, if we leave here, I think the elementals will come back, like at noon.
Yeah, if you wait too long.
Do we know what time it is now?
Let's say you're taking a bunch of rest. You had a let's say it's actually slightly afternoon. It is afternoon already.
So we've got almost 24 hours.
So you have a bit of time. You could take an 8-hour rest if you needed to, as long as you've got that door propped open. You could go back through.
I'll hang out in the elemental room.
Okay, you can rest in here if you want to. I mean, Epilema has a bedroll.
Yeah, I mean, if anything comes, Tara's not actually injured at all.
Right.
And she's totally fine.
Okay.
Way to go.
Who needs healing, first of all?
I don't.
Epilema raises her hand.
What's Epilema's
Condition.
Well, can I know her max hit points and current hit points? Because it matters for Channel Divinity Preserve Life.
Yeah, so she's down 30-something hit points. And she has a lot.
I can heal her up to half. Is she below half?
No.
Okay. Well, I am.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Preserve Life on myself to get myself back up to 25 at least.
All right, she's going to roll some hit dice here in her her long rest. We do long rest differently in our podcast, as we mentioned before. They're a little bit more harsh. You still have to use hit dice to recover. You don't get everything back automatically. But you do get your spells and other abilities back. All right, so she's in better shape, but not perfect. Epilema takes a rest. Paxton does some healing. Paxton, you're back up to full?
Yeah, I'm trying to find where I can get my hit dice in D&D Beyond.
You're a cleric and a fighter, so your cleric gives you D8s and your fighter gives you D10s.
All right, I'm just going to use them all.
All right.
All right.
So we are long resting?
We are long resting. You'll recover your spells. You'll be good to go at the end of that.
All right, yeah, I'm back to full.
Those doors swing open, creaking loudly. You can tell that Jeb hasn't been able to service them properly to get those large steel doors open. You've found a hallway stretching north and south to your right and left, eventually bending out of sight to the east. The ceilings here are back down to 20 feet high. 30 feet to your west is another pair of steel doors that have been shaped to resemble twisting flames. Hooks and rods along the hallway suggest something once hung here, but the walls are now bare. There's nothing hanging here anymore. And Jeb, you know there used to be tapestries hanging on the walls here.
I'm cleaning up as I go.
Of course.
And
yep, he's mopping. He's done a good job. I mean, it's kind of amazing how much he was able to clean the Hall of Elemental Conflict while you guys were resting. By the time you're done resting, you can't tell that anything occurred here.
And you notice some of your equipment is suspiciously clean.
Paxton doesn't understand the point of cleaning a room that's just going to get dirty again the next day at noon. Like, why bother?
The principle of the thing.
That's why he doesn't make his bed or take baths.
I'm with you on one of those, but the other one not so much.
Where would you like to go? There are these doors ahead of you to your west.
Jeb, is there anything that we should be cautious of around here?
I mean, I haven't been here in like a while, But so there could be like traps and stuff, but I doubt it. I think the only thing you gotta be careful of is like, the wizards. They're crazy.
All right, Tara's gonna go left down the hallway.
You're going to go down the hallway to the left?
Hey, Jeb, how have the wizards keeping themselves alive and such? Because it's been a while. It's been a long time.
Oh, like, how are they getting supplies? Like food and stuff?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, how are they keeping alive? It's been a long time, so they must have aged to death, some of them. Unless they using magic.
Wait, like what do you mean? Like I don't think it's been that long, has it?
Yeah, mate, it's been maybe 100 years or so.
Whoa, like wait, what year is it?
I don't know. That's not very helpful, but I'm not sure. This lot couldn't help me with that either. When I find out, I'll tell you.
All right, well, like, okay. I mean, I got over here in like the 1300s. I assume it's still like the 1300s, you know? But I don't know.
No, mate, it's not.
What?
Yeah, it might even be 1500s.
You just see Jeb mop mouth agape.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. How do you console the bucket? So I took pats him on the handle, mop handle. Yeah, mate. I've been through it too. Yeah,
oh
so
man.
we're looking for a one fragment. You know what that is?
Yeah, I think so. I think the administrator, I think she has it.
Okay, where's her room at?
Oh, it's like way in the back of the complex.
Okay, is that in? I overheard you talking about room 8 or something. Is it in there? Is it in room 8?
No, it's like another hallway.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
so to the west is the direction that he's pointing in the western direction toward the back of the complex.
Okay, so anyway, I was going to explore the whole floor anyway, but I was just want to make sure we get this.
So Tara is walking around to the left hallway or the south hallway. Is she continuing with that?
Yeah, you
All right.
know, it's her,
Sure.
her standard
Standard
method
procedure.
of exploration.
Left first is Tara's rule.
I'm following Tara.
Of course. Epilema is also following Tara.
Does she still have any head feathers?
No,
or-
they're all
no?
gone.
Oh.
Yeah, she
She-
is extremely unhappy about that.
And maybe we'll find some new birds for you.
Oh, but they won't be eagle feathers unless we find an eagle.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
We'll keep our eye out.
So does Paxton look like he's like 12 now? Or, you know, because the beard's gone. You know, some people that shave the beard off and it like knocks off 30 years off of
He looks
how they
like a
look.
serene monk, right? Like he's just bald headed and no
Like a
beard.
Buddha.
He's just like just a nice fella.
He probably has a lot of cuts on his face because shaving his beard and hair is not something he does often.
He looks horrific.
You got a bunch
Yeah.
of toilet paper stuck
Yeah.
to your face.
So, Tara, you're following this passageway around to your left, and you come upon a pair of doors that are ajar, the large stone doors, and the passageway continues around beyond that. So these double doors are made of a dark stone, and they stand open. The room beyond is completely dark.
Is there any signage on the doors or anything?
No, there's not. Although, Jeb, you know that this room here is supposed to be Earth research. And you know that it was run by a dwarf named Thumbrod.
Yep.
Rod.
This is Earth research.
Yep.
Oh, well, great. Tara's going to take out her torch,
Okay.
her magical torch, and, light the room as she goes in.
Okay. This is a large space filled with bits of stone rubble. Every step kicks up clouds of black soot and sends bits of gravel across the floor, and there are lumps of metal stuck to the floor as well.
You must have a hard time cleaning this room, my man.
Oh, I mean, this is going to take me a while, I think.
This room, you know, Jeb, was not previously a mess like this. Something has happened to this room. It looks like whatever research Thumbrod was doing in here has been, well, I don't know. I'll have you guys roll, if you want to see what you can find in here, roll an investigation check or a perception check. I'll let you choose which one it is that you're trying to do.
I'm going to investigate.
All right.
11. Investigate.
9.
I got a 5.
All right. And Paxton, did you get anything?
Natural 1.
Oh my gosh. And Jeb, are
We
you
are
doing any
bad.
investigation or perceiving
I rolled a 9.
It's because your eyebrows are gone. It's all glary in here.
on investigation or perception?
On investigation.
Oh my gosh. Can Epilema really be the only one that rolled well? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, You guys look around the room. Wow, none of you really rolled that great. Even Epilema didn't roll that great. Yeah, there's just a bunch of broken rocks on the ground. Epilema picks up one of the rocks and says, "Hey, this looks like a finger. And that over there, it looks like an arm. It's like a rock arm." And also, everyone can see this. Carved into the back wall, the south wall, in enormous letters are the words, "All will burn."
Huh.
Looks
Is that
kind of
like...
crude. Not carefully carved back there, just like somebody blasted it into the wall.
Ah.
That doesn't sound very earthy.
Mm-mm.
No, and Jeb, you know this room was filled with bits of stoneworking equipment and some of those stone golems that Thumbrod used to work on. But now there's nothing but bits of stone and bits of melted metal in here. There's nothing else in here.
When Tara finds the like stone thumb, can I recognize that as part of one of the golems?
Yeah, Epilema found that.
Oh, sorry,
yes, yeah,
Epilema.
yeah, it's fine. And yeah, you recognize this. This must have been a piece of a golem that just got blasted to pieces.
Okay. Well, when I see the writing on the wall, I think Jeb would be like, "Man, that sounds like Bism right there."
Oh, does he work in the fire elemental research
Oh man,
department?
he loves the fire, man. He's always like, I hear him muttering under his breath, like everybody's got to burn and gonna burn them all and stuff. Like that's like classic Bism
he's
right
like
there.
full crazy.
Wow. And they let him work here. Wow.
I mean, they're all kind of nuts. Like, don't tell him I said that.
Oh, it's just between you and me, buddy.
That's right.
Huh. Tara is really worried about coming out looking like Paxton and Epilema right now. And she's not thrilled with that. She's kind of like touching her hair and kind of like, how can I protect this?
You guys are like adventurers, right? Didn't you guys bring like potions or anything?
We got some potions and stuff.
You
What do
need
we
some?
have? What do we have?
I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff. What do you need?
Yeah, that guy. That guy, she points to Zartok. He's the one who's supposed to be cataloging all that stuff.
Oh yeah, sheets. That's what you're calling them.
Yeah.
What you got? What do we got in potions? Sheets.
Potion sheets.
Yeah, give me a second.
Zartok pulls out a big
Big
sheet of paper and starts unfolding his spreadsheet.
All right, so Tara, you've got a potion of invulnerability. Yeah,
Sure.
that's about it.
Wait, that's not true. Okay.
I at least got 2 potions of greater healing, and then I gave you a potion of regular healing.
Yeah, we
earlier.
got superior healing.
I got that on the spreadsheet. If you find it before I got here, then I'm not putting it in the spreadsheet.
I got potion of orange plus smoke still.
I
And
thought you traded that one to. Did you keep that one? I thought you traded that one to Righty.
I think I traded the one with the
eyeball?
fingernail or eyeball in it. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And then I got potion of gaseous form. And Breath of Flames, Athelflaed has that potion unless she used it at some point.
No, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us in this case.
And you have one potion of Ettenfriend.
Yeah, we got that too.
Why, yes, Jeb.
That would help.
Why you want to know all of our stuff?
Maybe he's one of those magic eaters too.
Probably.
So where are you heading?
Well, okay, so there's no like desks or
Nope.
cabinets, just a destroyed room.
The room has just been trashed.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm gonna exit this room and keep going down that hallway.
Keep going down the hallway. So they're continuing around the southern hallway.
I mean, other people can explore if they want to, but Tara's just done.
Her taking the lead is perfectly fine with Zartok.
Jeb organizes all of the bits of gargoyle.
Hey,
All right.
What are you going to do about the
Stacks
graffiti?
of fingers and toes.
Fingers go over here. Arms go over here. Great.
This appears to be a joint.
The map winds around to a dead end.
This is poorly designed,
Yeah,
is what Tara says out loud. Because,
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't build the place. I just work here.
yeah, there's nothing in the end of this hallway.
I think, I think there actually might be a room here, but I've never been able to figure out how to get in.
Wait, so Tara starts pounding on the wall.
It's stone.
Are there any gems or anything?
You can make a perception check if you want to check the wall out.
Sure. I'm great at those. 15.
All right, the wall appears to be solid stone. You don't see any way to get in from where you are anyway.
Okay. Yeah, Tara walks away.
All right. Epilema rolled a 1 on her perception check. She says, this is boring. Let's go around. All right, are you going back to the double doors or around the hallway to the north side?
North side.
North side. Interesting. All
It's
right.
like NASCAR. Go fast and turn left.
Oh, I know this one. This is going to be air research.
So the first set of doors that you come up to on your
Nailed
left, you called it, is, Jeb correctly tells you, is air research, and the passageway continues around beyond that. There are these doors to your north there, and Jeb tells you that they lead into air research.
All right. Any labeling or anything on them?
And are they locked?
You don't believe me, Tara?
The doors to this room are made of smoky glass, carved or blown into twisting, winding shapes. The stone walls around these doors have been scarred and blackened by fire, and crude letters have been carved into the wall to the left of the door. And they read, "You cannot keep me out forever. Burn."
See, there is labeling. All right. Well, let's do Athelflad's thing and see if it's locked.
Yeah.
Okay, Athelflaed, you push on them. Nothing happens.
It might be for the best. I don't know.
Now, they seem to be secured in some way, but you don't see a lock or anything.
Does it take someone stronger?
You could try forcing them.
Yeah, because my strength is...
Now, Jeb, you know that sometimes doors would open for you because you were staff that wouldn't open for other people. So you could try opening them, or maybe they need some sort of magic word or something, but you don't remember a magic word for these doors.
All right. Stand aside, everyone. Custodian, coming through.
Oh, okay.
I'm a professional.
Tara folds her arms.
A weird pseudopod comes out of my mop body and grabs onto the door handle. Does it open?
Yeah, there's a loud dinging bell noise, and the doors just swing open. The glass doors silently float about a foot inward, and then they slide to the sides, revealing a narrow platform 5 feet across and 10 feet wide. The platform stands on the edge of a room 50 feet across and 60 feet wide. The floor of this room is 20 feet below you, and it looks as though it might be covered in some kind of dark liquid. Across the room 50 feet away, you can see another pair of glass doors and a similar platform. You can also see a lever on that distant wall next to the doors in the down position. There is a pedestal to your right on the platform with 6 levers on it, labeled A, B, C, D, 1, and 2. Every lever is in the down position. What we have here is a puzzle.
Yeah, Tara makes a
Yeah.
face.
Not a puzzle.